It seems like Dokkan Battle woke up on, one side of the bed a couple days ago, and they thought, let's get people upset. Why, you may be asking? Well, I'm going to go ahead and tell you. Let's go ahead and get right into it. What's good, everybody? My name's Vilify. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about the new link leveling event slash currency slash keys, whatever you want to call it, right? This is something that kind of took us a little bit by surprise, but when you kind of sit down and think about it, it's like, oh, okay, well, who didn't see that coming, right? As you guys can see here, they have added, I'm sure you guys, if you're watching this video, you've heard other people talk about it, but I wanted to go ahead and give my thoughts on it as well. The new link leveling event, but they decided that with the teaser of the link leveling event, what we didn't know at the time was that it was going to be locked behind the paywall. Now, with it being locked behind a paywall, I don't think it's as big of a deal as what, the community has kind of made it out to be. Recently, because, you just check Twitter and you see people are upset, and, I feel like most of the time the people that are actually upset about this are the people who probably wouldn't spend money on it anyway, if we're being real. But there's a couple different things that I think are really good about this, and there's other things that I also do not like. We'll go ahead and start with the bad, just kind of get it out of the way. This kind of feels like a gateway to me of more aggressive monetization within all of the mechanics of the game. Because when you think about it, right, like when it comes to stuff that you can buy, I really don't think it's too bad, especially on the JP side. It's like, you guys can see here, a typical run-of-the-mill sales for a big celebration. You've got, I should have stayed on the same tab, but if you're over on Global, you get the Pilaf's Trove, and then for this you have the daily login. But aside from that, it's always, with a gacha game, it's always going to be those who pay more money are always going to have more of a success, it's always going to be easier, right? I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with that, because it's like, we people want to talk about how, oh, the gacha game has been they're being immoral with what they're doing, but the whole existence of the game isn't exactly the highest moral, right? It's always, or the highest standard of morality. It's always kind of been a bottom line type of thing. And the bottom line is if they can get away with monetizing link leveling and people will, kind of they get the money that they had anticipated from this, then I think overall, it's going to continue. And that's where it scares me in the future, because let's just go ahead and pull these up, right? I always kind of mess this up, but you'll see if you just stay with me here. I gotta find it. Maybe I should have found which one it is at the top of my head, right? Which one is it? Which one is it? Come on. My bet is I went right past it. Oh yeah, here we go. I just saw it. It was the which one was it? It was this one, the one above it. There we go. Okay, so. Say, for example, in the future, let's go ahead and go to the gold ones, right? For skill orbs, this is kind of where you say, oh, they already have this in the Pilaf Trove, but what I'm trying to propose is what I could see happening in the future is they combine these two on the top right here, these bad boys, the level 5 additional and level 5 crit, and they combine them into one, and you can buy that additional and crit equip, which would essentially be the best skill orb in the game for a low price of $3.99, or they include, you get 10 of them for a bundle or something like that. And before you know it, every little bit, because these little equipments, it's like, yeah, you can get a level 4 additional in the thing, but nobody is buying the Pilaf Trove pack for the skill orb, right? It just happens to come with it. What I think is that, in the future, maybe they implement a system where, both of these things start to exist where there's a lot of them. And, these, as you can see, these are pretty valuable. I've had this level 5 additional and this level 5 crit for a while, but I'm saving it for a unit that I think is worth the time, right? I don't want to just throw it onto a unit because it's the new toy, and then before you know it, I don't have a very valuable equipment. Plus, the Goku and Vegeta event during the 7-year anniversary gives you some to the most valuable. You can see them right there. I have 3 level 5 crits that came from the Goku and Vegeta thing, so I'm just waiting to have that golden slot, right? But that's neither here nor there. So, if you kind of want a too long didn't read, I think what's bad about it is it could lead to more aggressive monetization in the future. People calling this the equivalent to what something that Legends would do is completely false. Legends is way more aggressive with their monetization than this, but I think there is some truth to it where, it could potentially lead to that. This is obviously just a hypothetical, but these are my thoughts, and obviously if it's not true, it's a good thing, because I don't want that to happen, but it is potentially there. So that kind of wraps it up for what I think is bad about it. It's nowhere near big of a deal as what people are making it out to be, but let's go ahead and talk about the good that comes with this link leveling pack. So the good with it is that it's not just someone who just continuously spends money can just continue to buy it and link level their whole box and link level 10. So they want to drop $1,000, they can link level 100 of their units, right? They don't have to do that. What I do think is good about it as well is if it's just a once a month thing, you run the event 4 times, you finish up these link leveling units that are a pain, right? So just an example, a unit that was giving me a lot of trouble was this Kale and Caulifla unit. I now have them 79% thanks to Tanabata, but what was giving me a hard time was this Universe 6 link. It just would not pop. So what you can do for $1.99 in theory, and with a whole other team, is just throw them in there and you can just finish it, which is going to save you a lot of times and is also going to save you, well, not me because I don't have any stones, but in theory it would save you some stones from the stamina bars. And not to mention, not only do you get the link leveling key, you also get stones that come with it. So for $1.99, let's see, you could either get 5 stones, and so for $2 you could get 5 stones and a guaranteed link level 10 for a whole unit. If it's all at 9, it's guaranteed to be all level 10. Or for $1.99, essentially you could buy 6 stones, right? Well, 5, yeah. So you could buy 5 stones for, you know, whatever it may be, so 198 plus tax, or you can buy 5 stones and guaranteed link level 10s for 5 stones plus keys, right? So I think there's some convenience to it, and it's more of just a time saver more than anything else. With Legends, it's like if you look at the equipment system, it is so much more aggressive. It is, the erasers are so uncommon. You can reuse CC. It takes so much Zenny. It's like, you know, if you're not somebody that's just constantly grinding, like I play Legends and I find myself running out of Zenny almost every day. Or the erasers are just so scarce. And if you want to really have like a top of the line PvP team, and you know you're not running just training battles or something like that, having that Z plus equipment, especially on the uniques and whatnot, that stuff matters, and that's where the pay to win aspect comes, because it's a problem because it's a player versus player game. The Dokkan is not a player versus player game. If someone chooses to spend, what is it? I think I did the math. It's like $12 just to kind of quickly get this out of the way and be like, I don't feel like link leveling anymore. Let me just buy these and do this for the units that I want to link level. I don't see the problem with that. It's just. It's not like this game, if someone wails, they haven't, like, sure, yeah, they could beat the red zone easier than you can, but me beating the red zone or you beating the red zone, if you beat the red zone and I don't, it doesn't affect my gameplay experience. It would just make me maybe jealous of what you did or upset that I can't do it, but that doesn't affect how I can play the game. Like, it doesn't stop me from being able to beat events or choose to spend money if I want to. And I think that's where a lot of people are kind of losing the bigger picture when they're talking about that, right? Like, I know there's some people that have, you know, I think are being rational about it, and then there's some people being irrational about it. And unfortunately, I feel where the most irrational perspectives come from the perspectives of people who don't usually spend money on the game, and they just see it as Dokkan trying to do like a Legends impression. But at the end of the day, what do those two things have in common, right? They are Dragon Ball. They both represent the Dragon Ball IP, and it's very easy to be successful with the Dragon Ball IP. It's just always how it's going to be. Dragon Ball is always going to be a cash cow, and with these gacha games that are involved with it, it's always going to perform well, right? Like Dokkan, this banner, absolute garbage, but it's still second in the App Store because of how good these guys are, right? Like, you go ahead and like just you know the banner. Look, like all I've gotten is Kale and Caulifla out of it, right? But you just look at that banner, garbage, but still second in the App Store. Dragon Ball IP, everyone loves Dokkan for the most part. There's some people that don't like it, but I feel like the more common rationale around Dokkan is just how much better it is than Legends within the community that I'm in, right? And I feel like it's pretty close-knit with Dokkan. You know, a lot of people follow the same people and keep up with the same opinions as everybody else. But I think I'm seeing a lot of people who don't spend money being very passionate about this, saying that it's such a bad thing when I don't think it is. You know, I want to kind of just do this in like a little bit of one take. I don't want to sit here and manufacture and get everything like right on spot, but I want to give you guys what I feel about this issue, because I think the bigger picture and the future, I'm definitely, it worries me a little bit, but I just don't want to see this game that I enjoy so much go down the path of just taking every aspect of the game and making it aggressively monetized. And it feels like every time you do anything, it's like they're trying to redirect you to the sales tab, right? Because they're, even in console games, when we had like that bad era with the loot boxes and stuff like that, that's what every menu did. Every menu, there was an option to go back to like go buy stuff, go buy COD points or go buy Madden points or something like that, and go open up some packs, right? It's just one of those things, and I hope that that's not the case, because this is a fun game. I think there's a lot of positivity around it. Obviously, if you're on Twitter or something like that, there's going to be a lot of negative stuff, but this is a kind of a bigger issue than, you know, just like a little controversy or anything like that. I just think it's important to talk about it and put my thoughts out there, even if a lot of people have talked about it already. Just want to, you know, especially for people that might not watch a ton of Dokkan tubers, and for God knows why, they're only watching me, and they want to know what's going on and hear what I have to say about it. That is what I'm going to say. So that's basically everything I got for you in this one. Let me know what you guys think of this specific instance. Do you guys like how this is working? Are you guys glad that you can save some time with link leveling? I personally am. I don't really like running 8-9 a ton, or 7-10, whatever it may be, because link leveling for me with one device, it's like it renders my phone useless and it just sits there while it plays Dokkan. So, you know, a little bit of money here and there just to kind of get some units done that maybe I don't feel like using on the link level team, or let me prioritize units that are at link level 1s rather than 9s. It's all good by me. I just hope that it doesn't lead to more aggressive things in the future. But like I said, let me know if you guys agree, you disagree. Let me know if I missed anything or if I'm missing the bigger picture. Thank you guys for watching. I do appreciate your time. Subscribe if you are new. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Turn on notifications so you don't miss out when I do post Dokkan content. I try to post often, but you know, sometimes things don't work out. But again, thank you for watching. Have a great day, guys. I'm out.